Welcome to Baugan Inglés 4.0, the radio show with Kyle Miller. Following class by class, step by step, the material of Baugan Inglés 4.0 on Aprende Inglés TV. Class 194. Let's go! Beginner. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to class number 194. This is our second last class. It's not our last class, it's our second last class. And as always, we will begin with a review of yesterday's material, class 193. Yesterday we talked about the verb to need. Need, necesitar, to need. Do you need a glass of water? Yes, Kyle, I need a glass of water. Now, in the past, this is a regular verb. So in the past, we get an extra syllable because it ends in a D. Remember, any verbs, any regular verbs ending in a D, a T or a D, get an extra syllable in the past. So need becomes needed. Yesterday, I needed a glass of water because it was very hot. I needed a drink. I needed a drink. Did you need a break last summer? Yes, I needed a break last summer. Did you need to study a lot when you were in school? Yes, I needed to study a lot when I was in school. Did you really need to sleep last night? Yes, I really needed to sleep last night. I was very tired. I was exhausted, and I really needed to sleep last night. Did you need to study yesterday? Of course, yes, I needed to study yesterday. Ask me if I need to get exercise every week. Kyle, do you need to get exercise every week? Do you need to get exercise, to go and do exercise, but to get it, to acquire it, to get exercise? Yes, by exercising. Yes, I feel that I need to get exercise every week. So I go to a gym. I go to a gym 3 or 4 times a week to get exercise because I feel that I need it. I feel much better after I've exercised. Yes, ask me if I needed to make a phone call last night. Kyle, so remember, out loud, en voz alta, out loud. Kyle, did you need to make a phone call last night? Yes, I did. I needed to make a phone call, an important phone call last night. Well, to a friend of mine who wanted to talk about a few things, yes. Ask me if I need to visit Canada regularly. Because my parents are there, my friends. I have a lot of friends there still. Ask me if I need to visit Canada regularly. Kyle, do you need to visit Canada regularly? Well, I don't think I need to, but I like to visit Canada as often as possible. I like to visit Canada twice a year if I can. Yes. All right, now the other thing we talked about yesterday, we talked about illnesses. I have a sore throat. Okay, if my throat is sore, I can say I have a sore throat. Que me duele. It's sore. Me duele la garganta. My throat is sore, or I have a sore throat. We have the verb to hurt, which is both a we say it hurts. My throat hurts, or it hurts me. Hurt can be a transitive verb or an intransitive verb. It means it can have an object or not. But something can hurt you. Smoking hurts your health. Or I can hurt myself, or I can simply say, oh, my knee hurts. Me duele. My knee hurts. I could also say, it is sore, the adjective to be sore. I have a sore knee. My knee is not very comfortable right now. It's sore. So I have a sore knee. Sometimes I have a sore throat from talking on the radio so much. Sometimes my throat gets sore. And in this type of work, it's very bad if I get a sore throat because I'm talking all day. I need to talk. It's my job to talk. So if I get a sore throat, it can be very uncomfortable. But it happens sometimes. Also, sometimes my back gets sore. I have some back problems, in fact, in my family, we say. My back gets sore because my father had a bad back, and I have a bad back. Sometimes I have problems because I have a hereditary problem, I think, with my back. Sometimes my knees get sore. Sometimes I have a headache. I don't have a headache right now. I don't have a headache at the moment, but sometimes I get a headache. Not very often, though. I rarely get headaches. And sore muscles. Agujetas, sore muscles. My muscles are sore. It makes sense. It's very logical in English to have sore muscles. If you go to the gym to exercise, for the first time especially, you will usually leave the gym with sore muscles, or the next day you will have sore muscles. Yeah. So here we have a few different terms that are good to know. Also, aches, A-C-H-E. To ache is to be sore, to have an uncomfortable pain. So a toothache, a headache, que me duele la cabeza, dolor de cabeza, a headache. A toothache, oh, my tooth is sore. Where the pain is in my tooth, it's a toothache. A headache, A-C-H-E, it aches, A-C-H-E, to ache. All right, let's move on now and take a look at our word of the day. Word of the day. All right, it's time for our word of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Our word of the day today is sueño. Sueño in Spanish, which in English is dream. Dream. Yes. So when you have at night you have dreams. You don't always remember your dreams. I don't remember a dream from last night. I'm sure I had dreams, but I don't remember dreaming. So that we have the verb to dream, and we have the noun a dream. Like Martin Luther King, the famous speech, Tengo un sueño. Tengo un sueño? I have a dream? But no, I have a dream. I have a dream. Yes. All right. So dream is our word of the day. And also we can use dreams with desires in the sense of Martin Luther King, with dreams for the future. I can imagine something that I want that would be wonderful. It is my dream. It is my dream for the world to be peaceful, for example. Okay, so dream. Now remember, with the words ending in M, you have to close your lips with the letter M. Dream, dream, dream. Okay? Now, as we move into class number 194, we see a review here with the verbs to sleep, to decide, to promise, and to need. So I'll give you some questions. I'll ask you some questions now. Did you need to sleep 20 hours last night? No, I didn't need to sleep 20 hours last night. Did you need to drive a car when you were 12 years old? No, I didn't need to drive a car when I was 12 years old. Did you decide to learn Chinese yesterday? No, I didn't decide to learn Chinese yesterday. Did you promise to pay attention in all the classes of this course? Yes, Kyle, I promised. At the start, I promised to pay attention in all the classes of the course. Did you sleep in a palace last night? In a palace? No, I didn't sleep in a palace last night. Did you decide to move to Africa last week? Did you decide to move to Africa last week? No, I didn't decide to move to Africa last week. Did you promise not to eat ham ever again? Did you promise not to eat ham ever again? No, of course not. I love ham. Why would I make that promise? I didn't promise not to eat ham ever again. I promised to eat more healthy foods, but I didn't promise never to eat ham again. Did your mother need to punish you a lot when you were young? Did your mother need to punish you a lot when you were young because you were misbehaving? Yeah, my mother needed to punish me a lot. Or maybe she didn't. Did you need to sleep a lot when you were a baby? Yes. So remember, give me the answer out loud, in voz alta. Yes, Kyle, I needed, the extra syllable, I needed to sleep a lot when I was a baby. Sure. Did Napoleon decide to move into Spain? Remember Napoleon. Did Napoleon decide to move into Spain with his troops? Come on, guys, let's go to Spain. Yes, he did. He decided to move into Spain. Did your friends promise to help you with your English? Yes, my friends promised to help me with my English. My friends promised to help me with my English. Good. Very good. All right. Good job. We've practiced with those verbs. And let's move on now and take a look at our vocabulary of the day. Vocabulary of the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our vocabulary of the day for class number 194. And the first word we see here is perdonar. Perdonar, which is to forgive. 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 Every day I forgive. Yesterday I forgave 2 people, for example. Catedral. Catedral, good word if you're talking about tourism in Spain. Cathedral. 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 With the TH. Cathedral. Mirar fijamente. Fijamente. To stare. S-T-A-R-E. To stare, como stare, but stare, to stare, yes. I don't like it when people stare at me. To stare at something, to really fix your attention, your vision on something for an extended period of time, to stare. Soltar, dejar caer. This is to drop, drop, D-R-O-P, to drop. Okay, to drop. If you drop your pen, it will fall. If you drop something, that thing will fall. Mejorarse. Mejorarse. Ah, yes, this is to get better. To get better. If you study English a lot, your English will get better. It will. It most certainly will. If you study regularly, your English will get better. And I know that your English has gotten a lot better during this course if you have been listening to all the programs, all the radio shows, and watching all the programs on television as well. All right, let's move on now to our very last point. Here we have some expressions with to be. To be hungry, for example. To be hungry. Are you hungry? Yes, I'm hungry. I'm a little bit hungry, to be hungry. To be thirsty, tener sed, to be thirsty. Are you thirsty? Yes, I'm thirsty. I'm a bit thirsty now. Ask me if I was thirsty yesterday. Kyle, were you thirsty yesterday? Yes, I was thirsty yesterday. Tener calor, to be hot. Whew, I'm hot because the weather is very hot. So I'm hot these days. I am. I'm very hot. I sweat a lot because I'm hot. Because it's hot outside. Tener frío, of course, to be cold. To be cold. Tener sueño, to be sleepy. Tengo un sueño. No, not like Martin Luther King. He was not saying he was sleepy. Sleepy. No, he was saying that he had a dream. But, yes, okay. Tener sueño, to be sleepy. And you can yawn. Y-A-W-N, yawn, if you are sleepy. You're a bit tired. Tener miedo. Tener miedo, to be afraid. To be afraid. I am afraid of things. I'm afraid of heights, alturas. I am afraid of heights. So if I go up on the top of a building, I will be frightened. I will be frightened, because to be frightened is the temporary sensation of fear. The uncomfortable sensation of fear that you experience when you are faced with something that you are afraid of. I'm afraid of heights, alturas, but I'm very low now. I'm in the studio, which is actually downstairs, very low in a building. So I'm not frightened right now, but I'm still afraid of heights because that's permanent. But if I go up on the roof, I will get very frightened. I'll get frightened because I'm afraid of heights, alturas. I'll get frightened because I'm afraid of heights and I am faced with my fear. But when I come back down, I'm not frightened anymore, but I'm still afraid of heights. Because being afraid of heights is a permanent characteristic of my personality. I'm afraid of heights. I'm also afraid of snakes. I don't like snakes. I'm afraid of snakes. When I'm asleep, when I'm awake, when I'm right now in the radio studio, anywhere, I'm afraid of snakes. It's permanent. It doesn't mean that I'm uncomfortable right now, but if a snake came into the room, I would be very frightened. Yes. Tener miedo, to be afraid. Tener razón, to be right. English is important. Am I right? Yes, you're right. You're right. And the opposite, to be wrong. Yeah, to be wrong. English is important. Am I right or am I wrong? Oh, you're right, Kyle. Yeah, I'm right. English is very important. Tener suerte, to be lucky. I think I'm lucky. I think I'm a lucky person. I'm fortunate. I'm lucky to have the job that I do. I enjoy my job, and I'm lucky to have this job. I realize that. I'm fortunate. And you're lucky to have access to this course for free on the radio, these hours, these radio shows, these TV programs. You're lucky that such a great course exists. So hopefully you're taking advantage of it. You're enjoying it. You're using it to the maximum, hopefully. And this is the end of class number 194. We will be back tomorrow at the same time, same place. I will encourage you to keep listening tomorrow. I will also talk a little bit about, I'll give you some hints, some tips for continuing with your learning after the end of the course. So please tune in and join me to listen tomorrow. I'm going to take a break, but I'll be back in just a few minutes with the intermediate portion of today's class. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.